everyone, welcome to our channel Knowledge of Friends. Subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon for the latest update. आज हम आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस की क्लास करने वाले हैं जो कि क्लास नंबर 10 है। ऑलरेडी हमने 9 क्लासेस कर लिया है जिसमें हमने यूनिट 1 कंप्लीट कर लिया है, यूनिट 2 कंप्लीट कर लिया है एंड यूनिट 3 हम कंप्लीट कर चुके हैं। ये आपका जो है वो यूनिट 4 चल रहा है जो कि होपफुली अगर लंबा क्लास नहीं जाता है तो आज के क्लास में हम यूनिट 4 मशीन लर्निंग भी कंप्लीट कर लेंगे। इससे पहले हमने बहुत सारे टॉपिक्स ऑलरेडी कंप्लीट कर लिए हैं। लास्ट टॉपिक जो हमने डिस्कस किया था वो टेक्निक टू रिड्यूस ओवर फिटिंग किया था एंड उसके बाद हमने ओवर फिटिंग को भी डीपली डिस्कस किया है। इन द सेम केस इफ आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट ओवर फिटिंग आफ्टर ओवर फिटिंग, so what we have to talk about is related to your that is your the development of statistical learning. That method begins with the simplest task, that is the parameter learning with the complete data. It involves finding the numerical pattern for the probability model whose structures is fixed, and in the terms of it that the namespace make the assumption that can predicate the conditionally independent of the others, and for a given target the value distribution of each predator is independent on the other predator as well. And before starting with this, the first of all, it's a huge request from my side to all the viewers, please go through with the subscribe button and please like, share and subscribe our channel so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and even though you can also enjoy the video as well. In the terms of it, if I'm talking about, so first of all, it's a huge request from my side to all the viewers, please go through with the subscribe button and please like, share and subscribe our channel so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and even though you can also enjoy the video as well. Wherein that only that expectations maximizes the EM algorithm that is used to approximate a probability function PF or a probability density, that is a function that is your PDF, and it is an efficient iterative procedure to compute the maximum likelihood ML estimate in the presence of missing or a hidden data as well. Wherein the reinforcement learning is learning what to do and how to the map situation to action so as to maximize the numerical reward signal. And reinforcement learning is defined not by characterizing signals. Reinforcement learning is defined not by characterizing a learning method but by characterizing a learning problem as well. In the same case, we'll discuss about maximum of a posteriori. Maximum of posteriori, that is map. In that, a very common approximation this is usually adopted in science is to make prediction issued that is based on a single most probable hypothesis, and that maximum, this is called a maximum posteriori, and that predicate we have a map hypothesis as well. And for that, as more the data arrive, the map and the Bayesian prediction becomes closer and become the competitor to the map hypothesis becomes less and less probable. And find map hypothesis is often much easier than the Bayesian learning because it requires solving an optimization problem instead of a large summations or integration problem. In a map learning, the hypothesis that is prior plays an important role. Bayesian and a map learning method that use a prior to penalize the complexity. Typically, more complex hypothesis has a lower prior of probability because there are usually many more complex hypotheses than a simple hypothesis, though they have a greater capacity to fit the data. And hence the hypothesis prior embodies a trade-off between the complexity of a hypothesis and its degree to fit the data. In the case of the trade-off if that is consisting of, and hence the map learning that is choosing the hypothesis that provides the maximum compression of the data as well. Let's go ahead to discuss about maximum likelihood hypothesis. Maximum likelihood hypothesis. In maximum likelihood hypothesis here, sometimes the probability density functions are not known, and so those probability density functions are to be estimated from the available data. The maximum likelihood method that views the parameter as a quantities whose values are fixed but unknown, and the best estimate of their values is defined to be the one of the maximized is the probability of obtaining the samples actually observed. And let us consider that m-class problem with a feature vector distributed according to, and assume that these likelihood functions are given in the parametric form and the corresponding parameters from the vector, and which are that is determined by the value of the parameters theta I, and to show that the dependence of theta. And the objective of this method is to estimate the unknown parameter using a set of known features vector in each class. And if it is further assumed that data from one class do not affect the parameter estimation of the other, then the problem that can formulate it independent of the classes as well. Thus, the problem that can be solved for each class independent, where let x1, x2, x3 till xn be the random samples drawn from the probability density function, and we form the joint probability density functions as well. And where in the same case, because of the monotonicity of the logarithmic function, we define the log likelihood function as. And in the same case, for the maximum likelihood estimations that correspond to the peak, and that has been represented in the form of like here in the form of a graph, that is it will goes from here, exceed it, and then of course it goes down, and then it this is your theta, and this is with respect to p x comma theta, and this is your theta ml. This is the maximum likelihood estimators, and where the theta correspond to the peak, that is p x comma theta here. Then now we'll discuss about the discrete model maximum likelihood parameter learning continuous that we had even though discussed about it, and the continuous model we had discussed about it. Let's go ahead with a write a note on a Naive Bayes model. Naive Bayes model. In the Naive Bayes model here, the Naive Bayes model is the most common Bayesian network model that is used in the machine learning, and here the class variable C is the root which is to be predicted, and attribute variable X are the leaves as well. Where the model is a naive because it assumes that the attributes are conditionally independent of each other given the class, and where the naive Bayes model that can be viewed by a Bayesian network in which each of x of I has C, and that is the sole parent, and C has no parent as well. Where a naive Bayes model with a Gaussian equivalent to the mixtures of that is the Gaussian with the diagonal covariance matrix as well. And while the mixtures of the Gaussian are widely used for the density estimation in the continuous domain, and naive Bayes model have seen very little similar use in the discrete and mixed domains, and however they have some notable advantages for this purpose, and in a particular they allow for a very efficient inferences of marginal and conditional distribution as well. And with this, the naive Bayes learning has no difficulty in a noisy data, and that can give a more appropriate probabilistic prediction as well. So we'll go ahead with another one that we have to discuss about. Describe a learning technique that is used to handle the problems of hidden variables. Learning technique used to handle problems of hidden variable. So in this, that to learn a Bayesian network with a high hidden variable, we apply the same insight that worked for the mixture of Gaussian, where suppose there are the two bags of the candies that have been mixed together, and the candies are described by the three features like flavor, wrappers, and some candies have a hole in the middle. So the distribution of the candide in each bag is described by the Naive Bayes model. The features are independent and given the bag, but the conditional probability distribution of each feature depends on the bag. And in the same case, totally we will go ahead, and that is in the terms of the Naive Bayes model. And when in the same case, the bag having a flavor, wrappers, and holes as well. The parameters are as to be follows here. The parameters are as to be follows, like theta is the prior probability that a candy comes in a bag 1, and with that, and the probability that the flavor is cherry. So given that the candy from the bag 1 and the bag 2 respectively, and the overall model is a mixture model, and where the bag is hidden variables, and because one of the candies has been mixed together, and we no longer know which bag each candy came from, and for that that is the candies are equally likely to come from, and either the bag that first is mostly the cherries with red and red wrappers and a holes, and the second is mostly limes with the green wrapper and no holes, and the counts eight that possible kinds of candies are as to be follows here. In the same case, if I'm talking about, so here that we'll talk about that which began the initializers the parameter for the numerical simplicity will be chosen, and for that now we'll let go ahead with again for the probability that is being called as Bayesian net algorithm as well. So in the same case where we have to discuss many more thing here, that is the log likelihood of the data that increases from the about that is 2044 initially about 2021 after the first iterations, and so here this has been gone from it, and for we'll go ahead to discuss in a detail of EM algorithm. In EM algorithm here, that learning with the hidden data EM algorithm, that the EM algorithm is an efficient iterative procedure to compute the maximum likelihood ML that estimates the presence of or missing or that is hidden data, and in ML estimation we wish to estimate the model parameters for which the observed data are the most likely, and each iteration by the EM algorithm consists of two processes, the E step and a M step, and in the expectations or E step the missing data are estimated given and observed data as a current estimate of the model parameter. This is achieved using a conditional expectation explaining the choice of the terminology. In a map M step the likelihood function is maximized under the assumptions that is the missing data are known, and that the estimation of the missing data from the E step is used in the LEO and the actual missing data as well, where the convergence is assured since the algorithm is guaranteed to increase the likelihood at each iteration. Let's go ahead with the derivations of EM algorithm, and that is in the same case that has not been asked, but you have to know very well, which we had discussed in the last class as well. In the same case, E step that determine the condition expectations, and M steps that maximize the expression with respect to theta here. Now we'll go ahead to discuss unsupervised clustering. In unsupervised clustering here, that unsupervised clustering is the problem of that discerning the multiple category in a collections of object, and where there that the problem is unsupervised because the category labels are not given. Unsupervised clustering begins with data, and that that if I'm talking about 500 data points, that each of which mentions the value of the two continuous attribute, and where the data points might correspond to the stars and the attribute might correspond to the spectral intensities at two particular frequencies. We should know that what kind of probability distribution might have generated the data, and clustering presumes that the data are originated from the mixtures distribution P, and such that the distribution has a k components, in each of which is a distribution in its own right. A data point that is generated by first choosing a component and then generating a sample from the component, let the random that is variable C denote the component with the values of 1 till k, and then the mixture distribution is to be given as follows here, that is of p of x equals to sum of equals to 1, that p c equals to I, where p of x that c equals to I here. So when x denotes the value of the attributes for a data point here. For a continuous data, a natural choice for the component distribution is a multivariate Gaussian, and which gives so-called mixtures for the Gaussian family of distribution. The parameters of a mixture of Gaussians are, and in that the weight of each component, we will find it out, and for that that the problem with the unsupervised clustering is to recover a mixture model like the one is, and for the raw raw data like that only. And here that the basis on the idea of the EM to prevent that, we know the parameters of the model, and then to infer the probability that each data point belongs to each component. After that, refit the component to the data, where each component is fitted to the entire data set, with each point weighted by a probability that is belongs to the component, and the process iterates the until convergence in the final model will be in the form of the settled form. Now we'll discuss learning hidden Markov model. Learning hidden Markov model. In this learning hidden Markov model here, that is, each data point consists of an observation sequence of finite length, and so that the problem is to learn the transition probabilities from the set of observation sequence, or possibly from just one long sequence. In the Bayes nets, each parameter is distinct here, and in the same case in the hidden Markov model, the individual transition probabilities from the state I to state j at the time, and where the theta is repeated across the time. And to estimate the transition probability from the state I to state j, that calculate the expected proportions of time that the system undergo the transition state, which is will we have theta of I of j, that tends I t and cap x t plus 1 equals to j x t equals to I, where sum of t that n cap x t equals to I here. So one important point is that the probabilities required are these obtained by something rather than filtering, and that is we need to pay attention to the subsequent evidence and estimating the probability that a particular transition occurred as well. In the same case, now we'll go ahead with the another thing that is we have to discuss about the reinforcement learning here. In the reinforcement learning, which has been asked of 5 marks, reinforcement learning is the study of how animals are an artificial system that can learn to optimize their behavior in the phase of the rewards and the punishment. So reinforcement learning algorithms have been developed that are closely related to the method of dynamic programming, which is general approach to the optimal control, where the reinforcement learning phenomena have been observed in the psychological studies of the animal behavior and in neurobiological investigations of the neuromodulations and education, that the task of the reinforcement learning is used to observe rewards to learn an optimal policy for the environment, and an optimal policy is the policy that maximizes the expected total reward, where without some feedback about what is good and what is bad, the agent will have no grounds for deciding which move to make, and the agent needs to know that something good has happened when it wins and that something bad has happened when it loses. The kind of the feedback is called as a reward or reinforcement. Reinforcement learning is very valuable in the field of the robotics, where the tasks to be performed are frequently complex enough to defy encoding as program, and no training data is available. Where the robot tasks that consist of finding out through the trial and the error are the success, which actions are good in certain situation and which are not, even though, and in that case in many cases the human learn in a very similar way. For example, when a child learns to walk, this usually happens without instruction and rather simply through reinforcement. The successful attempts at walking are rewarded by the forward progress, and the unsuccessful attempts are penalized by the other painful falls. Positive and negative reinforcements are also important factor in a successful learning in school and in many sports as well. And with the same case in many complex domains, reinforcement learning is the only feasible way to train a program to perform at high levels as well. We will discuss about the block diagram of the reinforcement learning, that the learning system and the environment are both inside the feedback loop. This is environment. Take learning system. it will connect it to one another. So in the same case, if I'm going ahead, this is environment. This is critic. When from environment to critic it goes, that is state input vector, and from environment to critic, that is your primary reinforcement signal. From critic to learning system, it will be heuristic reinforcement. It will comes under as action. And this is a whole diagram, that is your block diagram of reinforcement learning, that the learning system and the environment that are both inside the feedback loop as well. Okay, so let's go ahead with the another one, that what we have to discuss in the terms of reinforcement learning, but we'll discuss about the passive reinforcement learning here. Let's go ahead with that. Where in the same case, if I'm talking about here, that is in the terms of it, and now we'll discuss about the passive reinforcement learning. In the passive reinforcement learning here, so here with the same case, that in a passive learning, the agent's policy, that is PI, is fixed in the state as it always executes action, and we are in the same case that it goes to simplify the learn how good the policy is, and that is to learn the utility function as well, and where a policy for the worlds of the corresponding utilities that has been represented, and that in the passive learning, that agent does not know the transition model, and which specifies the probability of reaching the states from state, and after that doing actions, and nor does it know the reward function, which specifies the reward for each state as well. That is, we'll go ahead with the passive learning, that the agent execute a set of the trials in the environment using a policy PI, and each trial that the agent starts in the state 1, 1, and the experiences a sequence of the state transition until it reaches to the one of the terminals as well. And that is in the same case, we'll go ahead with the another one, and that is in the terms of it, the passive one, that percepts the percept the supply in here, and with this, that supply both the current and state and a reward received by that the state of typical trials might both be like in the form of the policy graph, and each state that percepts in the subscript with the reward received in the object to use the information about the rewards, and even though with this cases as well, that the rewards received and the object is used to the information about the rewards to learn the expected utilities that is associated with each non-terminal state, and the utility is to be defined as expected sum of the discontent, and that records obtained its policies with the PI, and where y, that is y is the discount factor for 4 comma multiply 5 world we set as. And in the same case, that we'll go ahead with the direct utility estimation. So here in this, that the idea behind the direct utility estimation is that the utility of the state is expected total reward from the state onward, and each trial provides a sample of the values for each visited here. And with the same case, that is in the here we'll go ahead, and that is the another point is that the direct utility estimation is that, to instance, to supervise learning, and the direct utility estimates succeed in reducing the reinforcement learning problem to introduce the learning problem about which much is known, and unfortunately it misses a very important source of information, namely that fact that utilities of the states are not independent, that they have. And with the same case here, In the same case here, that the utility of each state equals its own reward plus the expected utility of the successor state, and that is the utility values obeys the Boltzmann equation for a fixed policy. And by ignoring the connection between the states here, and that the utility estimation misses the opportunity for the learning. So that have two parts here. Here with the same case, that is, there are the two types as I told you about. The first we have is your adaptive dynamic programming. Here with the adaptive and adaptive dynamic programming, or ADP, agent works by learning the transition model of the environment as it goes along with the solving the corresponding Markov decision process using a dynamic programming method, where ADP learns a model and a reward function from the observation and then uses the values of policy iterations to obtain the utilities of the state that is imposed through the neighborhood structure of the environment as well. That for here another thing that we have, that is with the same case, that ADP learns in the neighborhood. And the second we have is your temporal differences. In the temporal differences method update the utility estimate to match those of the successor state, and they can be viewed as a simple approximation to the ADP approach that requires no model for the learning process, and using the learned model to generate the pseudo experiences that can however result in the faster learning. And the key is to use observed transition to adjust the values of the observed state so that they agree in the constructed equation. Now we'll go ahead to discuss about the active reinforcement learning. Here in the same case for the active reinforcement learning, here in the same case that all active agent that must decide what action to take, and first the agent will need to learn the complete model with the outcome probabilities, and with the same outcome probabilities that for all actions rather than just model for the fixed policy. And we need to take it into account the fact that the agent has the choice of actions, and the utilities it needs to learn and are those as defined as optimal policy, and they obey the Boltzmann equation as well. These equation that can be solved to obtain the utility function, that is using the value iterations of the policy iteration algorithm. And a utility function is an optimal for the learned model, and the agent can extract an optimal action by one step and look ahead to maximize the expected utility. And alternatively, if it is uses the policy alterations, the optimal policy is already available, so it should simply execute the actions of the optimal policy recommends as well. And we are in the same case that here that for that same case we'll go ahead here. Now we'll end up with this unit 4, that is your machine learning, which we have important questions that what do you mean by the learning, and explain supervised and unsupervised learning here. And write a short note on the Naive-Bayes model, discuss the EM algorithm in detail, explain reinforcement learning with the types, describe decision tree technique with an advantages, what do you mean by the statistical learning, explain map maximum likelihood hypothesis. So all these we have done. And first of all, it's a huge request from my side to all the viewers, please go through with the subscribe button, and please like, share and subscribe our channel so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and even though you can also enjoy the video as well. And what we had end up with unit 1, that is your introduction, which is introduction to artificial intelligence, and that the foundations and history of artificial intelligence, application of artificial intelligence, intelligent agents, structures of intelligent agent, computer vision, natural language processing as well. Introduction to search, this is the second unit where we have to cover up here. So where we'll end up with this class. And first of all, it's a huge request from my side to all the viewers, please go through with the subscribe button, and please like, share and subscribe our channel so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and even though you can also enjoy the video as well. And we had discussed in the unit 1, that is your introduction to artificial intelligence, foundations and history of artificial intelligence, application of artificial intelligence, intelligent agents, structures of intelligent agent, computer vision, natural language processing as well. And in the unit 2, as I told you about introduction to search, that is introduction to search, searching the first solution, uninformed search strategies, informed search strategies, local search algorithm and optimistic problem, adversarial search, search for the games, alpha beta pruning. In the unit third, knowledge representation and reasoning. Knowledge representation and reasoning, propositional logic, theory of the first order logic, inferences in the first order logic, forward and a backward chaining, resolution, probabilistic reasoning, utility theory, hidden Markov model, and Bayesian network, which we have to cover up here. And that is the machine learning is your unit 4. And with this here, that what we had even to cover up in this class, and that is your the machine learning, supervised and unsupervised learning, and decision tree, statistical learning model, learning with a complete data, names based model, learning with a hidden data, EM algorithm, and reinforcement learning as well. In unit 5, that is your pattern recognition, the pattern recognition introduction, design machines of pattern recognition system, statistical pattern recognition, parameter estimation method, principles of components analysis and linear discrimination analysis, classification technique, nearest neighbor rule, bias classifier, support vector machines, and SVM, and that is your K means clustering as well. So first of all, it's a huge request from my side to all the viewers, please go through with the subscribe button and please like, share and subscribe our channel, so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and even though you can also enjoy the video as well, and you will get all the related information which we had uploaded at once here. So thanks for supporting us, thanks for subscribing our channel. Thank you.